Here at the University of Findlay, like many other universities, students are faced with a phenomenon called senioritis. The definition of senioritis is a lack of motivation towards their studies nearing the end of school. But we wanted to hear what other students are saying, the definition of what senioritis really is.
Senioritis is, actually, I've seen some juniors have senioritis, but senioritis is when students are kind of at this point of combination of excitement and exhaustion and sometimes a lack of clarity of what's going to happen after they graduate. I think sometimes affects the way they look at the responsibilities they have to get past being a senior, which is to graduate. But senioritis pretty much happens, the spring weather's coming, they get the excitement of graduation, and there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and for some it's the train coming at them, for some it's an actual, I'm going to get to the end light. So it's a combination of excitement and being tired and just not wanting to have to do some of the tedium that it seems like to be able to say that I'm done.
Senioritis. Well, I'm the type of student who gets things done a couple days to a week or two in advance. So for me, senioritis is when I was assigned a paper at the start of the semester that was due at the end of the semester, and I didn't finish it until 3 days before my last day of class.
I would say senioritis is saying, I'm done with school and I just want to get on with the rest of my life.
Decide they're sick of this place and they stop trying.
My definition of senioritis is when you have a bunch of stuff due and you don't do any of it because you just know it's going to be over soon. And then it all magically comes together and gets done.
Senioritis to me is being ready to move on and go to the next chapter of your life. I do not have senioritis.
Senioritis is when you write out all your assignments that are due and you never get to them until the last minute when it's due. Procrastination at its finest.
A more descriptive definition from UrbanDictionary.com states that senioritis is a crippling disease that affects seniors. Some of the symptoms include laziness, excessive wearing of sweatpants, lack of studying, repeated absences, and a generally dismissive attitude. The only known cure is graduation.
In addition to the laziness of the students, some believe that senioritis is a psychological battle caused from uncertain plans for the future.
I don't have any confirmed data. However, I've seen some that some of them are afraid to actually get it all done and then go on to the next step because everything they've done it's always been I'm a 7th grader, I'm an 8th grader, I'm a freshman, I'm a sophomore. And so there's always been a very distinct progression of what's expected of them next. So they know what they're going to be doing next. There's a rhythm. And this is going to be the end of that lifelong rhythm. So this whole idea of, I don't know if it's subconscious or what, but it's not going to be the same. I have to be an adult, which you don't have to be. But so I don't think it's just seniors who get senioritis. You get everybody who gets spring fever, everybody who just is willing and ready for this cycle to be done, this semester to be done, this year to be done. And seniors just have this interesting point that when they're done, they're done.
Even though the temptation to not do an assignment is lurking, most students recognize the importance to power through the schoolwork and finish strong.
Overcoming the urge to not care and just not do my assignments really only had to do with the fact that it was either do these assignments or don't graduate.
So senioritis is spring fever with the graduation cap and gown included.
From the University of Findlay, for Nick Thompson, I'm Alyssa Greenkamp.